Welcome to Hooked on Linux. Today we're going to take our first look at Ubuntu Studio. I just lied to you. It's not really my first look. I downloaded this and installed it on a secondary hard drive on my system a few months ago, thinking that it would help me because it's supposed to be this awesome operating system for creators, video creators, audio, all that kind of stuff. So I installed it, and I'll be honest with you, I've used it very little. Quite simply, we'll go through all that, and I'm going to tell you why. So we're just going to go straight to the big screen. This is it. This is everything. This is Ubuntu. It's really no different than any other operating system. Once you get used to what it does, these are just, I just want to customize it to make it more appealing. But I almost said I want to make it look like Mint, but it will never look like Mint because Ubuntu's got this kind of pastel-y kind of look to it. And to me, it's all about comfort. These types of things are no different than anything else that you're going to, any other operating system that you're going to encounter. So I don't worry about that. I got some security updates available. I'm not going to update. Maybe we should, but I'm not going to. OBS is using the microphone. Apparently not too well. I have a little story with OBS. And it's going to start with downloading or installing Ubuntu Studio. Installing Ubuntu Studio was very easy, but it was painstakingly slow. I don't understand why it was so slow. My computer definitely is not slow, but this is a very slow operating system. I think it's using a lot of resources, which, graphics accelerators and audio stuff generally does. So it's slow. What was I going to say about? Oh, yeah, the microphone. Okay, audio production. So, audio, I had a lot of problems getting OBS to give me clear audio. It just seems everything was staticky in background and on and on and on. First I thought I had a microphone problem or something, but it's not. It's in OBS. That is available for Ubuntu Studio. I think it's a different OBS. It's just different. It looks different. It feels different. Some of these programs are different. So getting back to Ubuntu Studio. Audio production, it is fully loaded, comes fully loaded with all of these different types of software, and of course you can, if you've used them, then you know what it is. I haven't, even though I do film editing, and I'm usually editing film, I'm going to say about this, 6 hours a week, 7 hours a week of editing video, not just for this channel, but for my other YouTube channel, Odd Jobs, Remy Gold Shit. And you know what? If you guys patronize that account, that would be awesome too. So it's part of the reason why I installed Ubuntu Studio, was to see if it would help or increase my productivity. And so we'll get into that. Interesting things here. Effects. Don't know what any of these are. Had enough of that nonsense. So we have audio production, all of these different things. Instruments. This might be fun. Yoshimi. The polyphonic soft synthesizer. This is awesome. I've never opened this up. Let's see what we can do here. This person, please check your CB settings, save, restart. Yeah, no, not doing all this stuff. It's a synthesizer. So if you're musically inclined, this might be fun. That might be fun. Indeed, it might be fun. There we go. Okay. What else do we have here? Different things. Okay. So what I use, and basically only what I use, Audacity is my audio editing software of choice. It's the only one typically that I use here. I'm sure there's other really good ones, but I don't. And that's it. That's all I use. All kinds of stuff. If you're an audio guy, then maybe this is for you. Video production, a Blender. I've seen Blender. I tried to use Blender. I'm not good with Blender. Here's I'm gonna go back here. Audio. So I don't graphic design, photography, Blender. These are okay. I use GIMP. I do use that one. Inkscape. Heard of these, but I've never really used them. So in video production, Caden Live, that's what I'm using. OBS Studio, I use that. And that's about it. That's all I use there. Settings. Additional drivers, import method. See, additional drivers. You don't see something like this on Linux Mint. And I'm going to keep going back to Linux Mint. If you didn't know, I'm pretty much dedicated to Linux Mint. I keep getting this friggin' system notification. System restart is needed to complete the update process. I didn't update anything. This bugger off. I'm not ready for this. I guess something happened. Who knows? So additional drivers, because I'm imagining there's a lot of proprietary software that's going on here that it's going to need additional drivers for. If you're a creator, a digital type of creator, you do anything artistic, perhaps Ubuntu Studio will be good for you. I'm not buying into this yet. There was nothing here on Ubuntu Studio that I wasn't already doing reasonably well and easily on Linux Mint. Even the software that is being offered here is just organized well. That's all. It's all available on many other operating systems. So I would be taking advantage of that in that regard. So this is a very, very short one. I'm really not sold on this. I will likely never use this. It's a shame, because typically people who migrate from Windows or Mac to Linux, any Linux operating system, generally start going through all the Linux operating systems, and they'll jump from one to another. And when they get bored, they go to another. Yeah, well, it's crazy. I'm not that. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that are tired of the Windows or Mac systems or all this stuff that goes with it. You're not going to hop around from one distribution to another. You just want one that's going to give you what you want. And whether that be, Linux Mint, whether it be Ubuntu or Debian or, Red Hat or these other ones. There's give and take. There's plus and minus, pros and cons with everything. So I'm looking at other operating systems for you, not for me. I'm always going to go back to Linux Mint. But I'm looking at these thinking, if I was to leave Windows for this operating system? Would I be happy with that move? And yeah, yes, I would. If I came to this, I'd say, okay, oh, this is all right. I can work with this, but not after working for years with Linux Mint. Yeah, I'm not leaving Linux Mint, especially not for this. Um, this just doesn't do it. So um, that's it. If you anybody out there even use this as a regular operating system, please let me know. Give in the comments, because this I don't see a use for this. I really don't see a use for Ubuntu Studio. I think it was a pet project. Wouldn't it be cool if we did this? And somebody just did it, and it's like, wow, look at that. That's cool. Um, yeah, it's like rearranging your room. That's what it is. Yeah. Okay. The struggles that I encountered with Ubuntu Studio was crashing on startup, crashing on install. 3 attempts to install it. Maybe it's the system I'm running. Maybe, maybe you would put it in and you wouldn't have any issues with it. Maybe. So go with it. Have fun with it. Um, Knock yourself out. But honestly, I've had too many issues with it. Software related issues where I had to, you know, uninstall, remove, and reinstall the software that came pre-installed. That it's not worth my effort. Anyway, I'm really curious to hear what kind of experiences any of you out there have had with Ubuntu Studio, and I'm I'm never going to run this operating system again. Not because it's not good, but because Linux is so much better for me. Anyway, thanks for watching. Talk to you soon, I hope. One little caveat in this, and if you're here for this, I had to make this video. To make this video, I had to record my voice on a completely separate device. So there you go. This is going to be editing nightmare. Anyway, if you see my lips moving and nothing coming out, that's probably the reason why. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with me. Yeah, we'll talk to you soon.